Welcome to Spoken Reviews, home of the Spoken Reviews. Today, guys, we have a very exciting review, unboxing and first impressions of the OnePlus 3. Just came in the mail, super excited about it. Today is June 20th, 2016. We're going to, do an unboxing, show you guys what's in the box, and do a quick first impressions. Then I'll do some testing, and I'll come back in a couple of weeks or later this week with a full review. So stay tuned and enjoy. Thanks for watching. Here's guys, OnePlus 3. Just got home from work. Got the notification when I was at work earlier that the package had arrived, and I have been excited and ready to leave work ever since. The unboxing, it's about to go down. Quick little review. You guys stay tuned and enjoy. So the OnePlus 3 is truly a beast. We're talking a 5.5-inch screen, 401 ppi, so very dense, great screen on that. 158 grams. We're rocking that Qualcomm Snapdragon 820 processor. So yes, the same processor as the S7, which cost, pretty much double the price, and probably the same processor you're going to find in the brand new Note 7, which is going to come out in a couple months. So fantastic. We're looking at the Adreno 530 GPU, 64 gigs of RAM. There's only one version of this phone, so you're not going to be able to upgrade the RAM. But most people are using some type of cloud service. So what I use the Google Drive. Any pictures I take or videos, I drop them in the drive. That way I don't have issues with the capacity. 16 megapixel camera on the main camera, which is pretty fantastic. And I'll actually show you guys some of the shots on that. 8 megapixel selfie, so pretty good with the selfies, but also, taking videos, anything like that. Great selfies. Rocking that USB-C fast charge, so fantastic charge. You're able to get a 60% charge in 30 minutes, which is fantastic. A 3000 milliamp battery. I kind of wish they had a bigger battery on this, but that's okay. Fingerprint scanner. I'll show you guys the fingerprint scanner. The scanner is fantastic. They did go back and add the NFC, which they took out last time. You're rocking that dual SIM, and you're going to be using Oxygen OS with Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. So first, looking at the specs, we are looking at a powerhouse for $400. Fantastic deal, and it's really going to rival some of the main carriers. So Samsung, Apple, you might want to watch out because this OnePlus 3 is rocking. So guys, one thing I want to talk about are the buttons and functions on the side. I really do enjoy these. I put them in the Roku box to get the good angle, but this notification button is amazing, and every phone should have it. The top button is silent, the middle is priority notifications, and the bottom is all notifications. So this is extremely useful. One thing I don't like about other Android phones is having to actually get into the settings, the drop down to do that. So this is genius, and every phone should have it. Here's the volume up, volume down. So pretty nice, easy to use. Look at the bottom real quick. Here's the speaker right here, which is pretty awesome. The headphone jack. On this side, we have the on-off button right there. And then here is the dual SIM card slot right there. So, to show you guys how light this phone is. It's amazing light, feels light in the hands. And I have my food scale. You guys can see the phone with no case is 5.7 ounces. So extremely light, portable, feels fantastic in the hands. Really do enjoying it. And one of the cool things that I'm impressed with is just how fast this does. And, I've seen this from reviewers already, but how fast it is. But seeing it is crazy. Some have said that the only thing that's faster potentially could possibly be the iPhone 6s, which I do enjoy the fastness. But for reference, here's the Nexus 6P. You can kind of see, it's fast, but it just doesn't seem as fast. So maybe if I can try to do it at the same time. So 3, 2, 1. So yeah, let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. So, Definitely super fast, definitely enjoying it. First initial impressions of the OnePlus 3 is it's pretty awesome. I really do enjoy the finish. It feels fantastic. It definitely feels like a very premium phone. We'll run some other quick tests to kind of show you guys, but so far I am really enjoying it, and it seems like a fantastic phone for a great price. Once again, this phone is $400 US, no tax, free shipping for the 64 gigabyte version. And that's the only version they sell for the OnePlus 3. Only comes in 64 gigs. Guys, so a big question for me is how does it sound? So let's quickly play a video from my channel. Very exciting review of the Google Nexus 6P. Alright guys, so the Nexus 6P was... So pretty good sound from that. Again, you only have one speaker from the bottom from the OnePlus 3. Reviews. Today guys, we have a very exciting review of the Google Nexus 6P. Alright guys, so the Nexus 6P was originally released in October of 2015. It is currently now... So you're going to get better sound from the Nexus 6P because you're going to have 4 speakers. I do think that this one speaker on the bottom is very strong. It does give really good sound, but it's not going to be quite as good as the Nexus 6P. But overall, I'd probably give the speaker on this maybe an 8 out of 10 first impressions, which is pretty good. The big question for me is how is the screen? I would say that it's a very bright panel. You can actually go pretty dim. So in the dark you can go pretty dim, and then you can bring it back up. So overall I am impressed with this panel. Pretty strong panel, pretty good to go. For a frame of reference, here is the Nexus 6P, so you guys can kind of see. So on the high end, when they're both turned up, my eyes kind of lean towards the OnePlus 3, surprisingly, is being brighter. That's just my interpretation. Looking at it from multiple angles, it does look a little brighter. And then when you turn it down all the way low, it looks like it gets a little darker too. But that's just my first impressions of that. First viewing outside, I'd say that this phone does pretty good. Right now it's at all the way brightness, as you can see from multiple angles. Still pretty good as far as looking at the phone goes. Some phones you can barely see. Right now it's about 6 o'clock Central Time. Well, actually it's 7 o'clock Central Time. So the sun's not at its highest point, but my initial impressions of this screen, so let's see, when you turn all the way down, can't see anything outside, but you can definitely turn it back up, and the screen does pretty good outside. So I'd probably give this screen a 7 or 8 out of 10 as far as viewing outside goes. Here we have a situation of somewhat of a low light photo, just in my house. It's 7 o'clock. Let me take a picture of this little ornament on the wall. So I'm going to put the camera right there. I'm going to focus in and take the shot. And this is the type of thing you want to, have down because it's realistic. You're out with your friends. Sun setting, it's not the best lighting, but you still want to be able to have a good photo. So we'll come back and we'll look at these photos and see what they look like. Okay guys, looking at those low light photos we just took, I'd say that they came out pretty good. Once again, the lighting in the room was pretty dark. These photos actually came out pretty crispy, so pretty impressive. And again, this is the stuff that's going to make a difference. When you're with your family, you don't have the best lighting, but you still want the great shot. Pictures are a moment in time. You don't always have the chance to go back and take them again. So being able to, pull out the phone really quickly and take a quick photo is very important. And first impressions, it does a pretty good job on that. Here's another photo situation. I just want to show you guys how fast it'll pop open. So pretty fast pop open, and you can start taking photos. And this is, more of the optimal lighting. But it's important for you guys just to kind of see, how fast it's going. And again, this is putting them in HDR mode, so it's a little bit slower because it's due to the processing. But we took, some pretty good photos fairly quickly. So let's let's check them out and see what we got going on. So, my perspective is, being, pretty fast, point and shoot. These photos actually came out really, really good and actually pretty impressed. I'm not sure if they're showing up on the video as good as they are on the screen, but just, pulling it out, you could see you can pull out your phone super fast and, expect, get some pretty good photos pretty quick. So, second impression of the camera so far, I'm pretty impressed. So, good job OnePlus on the camera on this one. Definitely an improvement from the last generation. The thing about the OnePlus 3 is the software. It's pretty close to Android, which is really enjoyable. As you guys can see, you pull down, you have the multiple options, just like you're used to. You do have the back button right here, which is a capacitive button. And then you have the multitasking button. You can see I have a ton of apps open right now. I've been trying to push it to the edge because I'm really curious to see what 6 gigs performs like. One thing that did come out recently is that out of the box, you're not using the full 6 gigs, and that's a big marketing thing. Right out of the box, you're using roughly 3 gigs of RAM, but you will be able to change the settings to use the full 6 gigs, but then you'll be kind of destroying your battery. So you got to decide battery or the 6 gigs. But right now you can see I'm using about 1.3 gigs, which is still pretty impressive. This phone is super fast, super fluid. As you can see, the apps, they run great. I can, get in and out of different stuff, and it's no problem. So, here's my alarm clock. This is the free app that I use to wake up in the morning. No big deal. Pop in there. No big deal. So yeah, definitely easy to use. OnePlus 3 phone. Doop 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 doop. Here's the phone. You can see they're already selling it on eBay for $519, and the phone costs $400. So interesting. That's just the way of the world, of course. Images pops up nice and quick. So yeah, definitely enjoying the phone. It's a great phone. Here's a little side taskbar. But yeah, overall, enjoying the software. Great phone. No complaints. Enjoying it. Loving it. Great job. I really do appreciate the fact that they didn't overdo it with the manufacturer software. They kept it pretty nice and thin. Just added a couple useful updates. So good job on that. I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10 for the software. OnePlus 3. OnePlus 3. You guys have come a long way from the OnePlus 1 and the OnePlus 2. They were great, iterations on each other, but this phone is really fantastic. So far, I'm extremely impressed. Just from the build quality, it's a beautiful phone, beautiful piece of hardware. It feels great in the hand. Fantastic. It's fast. The specs are amazing. I really do love the software on the phone so far. Just overall, I'm extremely happy with the phone. I'm extremely impressed. I was somewhat skeptical before, but after using the phone right now, it's pretty fantastic, and I'm really enjoying it. But I want to make this as interactive as possible, guys. So if you do have any questions about this phone, go ahead and write them down below, and I'll definitely try to answer those questions. If you want me to test anything, like, hey, James, I want you to test blah, 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 go ahead and leave that below, and I'll go ahead and handle that for you guys. If you did like this video, hit the like button for me. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. If you want to see more reviews like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, guys. Thank you very much, and have a very great day. Thank you.